What's up, YouTube? My name is Talon, and today I'm here to talk about the Fantastic Four movie. So originally I was actually supposed to see this at 8:30 this morning. I was pretty tired just because I had a lot going on last night. So I ended up refunding my ticket and then setting it for like the 11:45 showing. So I actually just got back now. It's 2:30. The movie was about a little under 2 hours. I like this movie, don't get me wrong, but it kind of just felt underwhelming to me. There's a point where I kind of knew how this movie was going to end, but it didn't end in the way that I thought it was. And that's not a bad thing. That's also not a good thing either, because how this movie ends, it ends in a way where like this movie, it's its own thing. And I really feel like this movie is going to confuse a lot of the casual audience members, like the people that go see these Marvel movies, but they're not like super connected to these movies. So how this movie kind of looks and will probably feel to a lot of casual audience members, if they don't really look at the technology and stuff, they're not going to know that this movie takes place in a different universe. They probably think that it actually takes place in the 60s, after Captain America, before Iron Man, things like that. I really feel like people are going to think that this movie doesn't take place in a different universe, because there's really nothing that happened in this movie to show us that it actually takes place in a different universe. But when you actually watch it, it's like, okay, the Fantastic Four is the only heroes that exist for this time period. We don't know what happens in the past, and of course we don't know what happens in the future, because the biggest time jump that they actually have in this movie is like 4 years. So, and then the post-credit scenes, they were okay. There's one, expect full spoilers ahead. If you just want to know quickly, I'd rank this movie probably at maybe a 7 to 7.5 out of 10. Ask me in the comments how I'd rank it. I'm probably going to see this movie again, and when I see it again, I'll respond to your comments. But how I would rank all the comic book movies that has released this year, I would put Superman at the top, Thunderbolts right under that, like right there. After Thunderbolts, I would put Fantastic Four. So this is Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four is just below Thunderbolts, just like that. And then I think Captain America is about right there in quality. So, but now let's get into the spoilers. So if you're not here for spoilers and you have not watched this movie yet, I'm about to start talking about spoilers. So you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the post-credit scene with Doctor Doom. I don't even know if that was Robert Downey Jr. It could have been a stand-in actor, but there's 2 times where we could have seen Doctor Doom / Robert Downey Jr. There's a meeting with like the World Council in the beginning of the movie, and they literally zoom in on Latveria, and I can understand why Doctor Doom wouldn't go there, because it's a meeting that Sue Storm is holding, and she's trying to get the world to work together. So it's only natural that he doesn't show up. But then in the post-credit scene, we get a 4-year time jump. Franklin Richards is 4 years old now. Sue is taking care of him, of course. And she's reading him a book, and then he wants his favorite book. So she goes off to the kitchen to go find it. And then when she comes back, she gets this weird vibe. And then next thing we know, Dr. Doom is sitting on the couch, and Franklin Richards is like touching his face. So I don't know if he's going to be healing his face, fixing his face, because if you're a Dr. Doom fan, you know his face can get fucked up in the comics, and there's times where his face actually gets healed, where it's clear. So Franklin Richards could be doing that. Or, I mean, babies like to touch faces anyways when they're comfortable with you. So it could be one of those things, because I don't think Franklin Richards fears Dr. Doom. So that could be why he's doing that. I just don't know what happens next, because Dr. Doom could possibly just teleport away once he sees Sue and like, oh shit, well, I'm taking the baby. And he disappears. But somehow it's just like, I don't know how this movie connects into Thunderbolts now. Because honestly, going into this movie, I thought Galactus and Silver Surfer was going to whoop the shit out of the Fantastic Four. We are going to get kind of like an Infinity War, Empire Strikes Back type of ending, where the Fantastic Four is like, all right, we got the four of us, we got Franklin, he's going to destroy the Earth, let's just go to a different universe. You know, I kind of thought that was going to happen, because in the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, you literally see them coming in the universe, and then they're about to crash land on Earth. So between that post-credit scene and the end of the Fantastic Four post-credit scene, a lot is missing. A lot has probably happened, and I just feel like with Avengers Doomsday, they're going to have to do so much explaining to tie those two things together. In which we could have had a bunch of this story like starting to wrap up and lead into Avengers Doomsday a long time ago, because what is Marvel doing at this point? Like, I don't know. Like, we know Avengers Doomsday is coming, but there's not a whole lot that they're giving us to show us that it's coming. And I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know what Marvel is doing. Like, I was defending Marvel for so long, but it's just like, these last couple movies that's trying to lead into Doomsday, it's just like there's really no real connection there throughout the movies, and it's just like they're making these quick post-credit scenes to tie things together. But when you watch the whole Fantastic Four movie, you don't even see like how it can lead into Thunderbolts now. You're either going to have to do some guesswork, or we have to wait till Avengers Doomsday for things to tie together, because the next movie that we're going to get is Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I don't know if you guys heard the rumors, but there's some rumors that saying that this movie is going to be a grounded Spider-Man movie. But then we fucking hear about that the Hulk might be in it, Punisher, Daredevil, like so many people. And then we've also heard that they're trying to bring back Andrew and Toby and make this more of a multiversal movie. But that was at the time when this movie was supposed to take place between Doomsday and Secret Wars. But now they delayed Doomsday, so now we're going to get Spider-Man Brand New Day, Doomsday, and then Avengers Secret Wars. So I don't know. This is just not a confusing time, but to me it's just a frustrating time with Marvel. Like, I'm not mad at Marvel. It's not like I don't like these projects that we're getting, but it's just like there's not a whole lot there to lead into the Avengers movies. Like, there was always set up for the Avengers movies. Like, you know, that was just always something that they led into. It was always paid off, but now it's just like they're giving us shit, and then here's the big movie. And I just hope that either with the Spider-Man post-credit scene, it ties some more things together to like make it make sense. And then with Doomsday, I'm thinking this movie might be a 3-hour movie again, like Avengers Endgame, because they are going to have to do a whole lot of storytelling to tie all this together. And I feel like if they would have tweaked the ending of Fantastic Four to make them come to the 616 so that they don't have to explain all this in Doomsday, it probably would have helped a little bit down the line. But that's just me. I've been yapping. I gotta go to work. I should have went to go see this movie at 8:30 this morning, but this is my review over it. I'm thinking it's between a 7 and a 7.5. I might go see it again, but I'm not like excited to go see this movie again. I've seen Thunderbolts 3 times. I've seen Captain America once. I've seen Superman twice, and I've been thinking about going for a 3rd time. But with Fantastic Four, I think 1 time's good enough, because it was just nothing there to like really hype me up to want to see it again. I did like the cast though. Pedro Pascal, he plays a great father figure in literally everything that he does. He was good as Mr. Fantastic. I wanted a little bit more from him, but it leaves a lot of room for growth, because towards the end of the movie, his Mr. Fantastic was deciding to do like some ballsy things, and that's how Mr. Fantastic is in the comics. Like, he might not do it in the best way possible, but he does it in a way to where like he can save lives pretty much. And Sue Storm, played by I forget the actress's name, Vanessa Kirby, I think. She was great. I really liked her Sue Storm. Her Sue Storm felt the best out of any Sue Storm that we've seen, from Jessica Alba and whoever the woman was in the 2015 one, because she was actually doing something. She actually had something to do. She wasn't just a damsel in distress. She was actually saving lives and helping out the Fantastic Four. And I only say things like that because I literally just watched the OG Fantastic Four movies again, and it just was like, damn, like Jessica Alba's Invisible Woman is just a damsel in distress. The Thing was really good, played by no, I forget his name, but he was also in Punisher. So if Punisher ever, for whatever reason, sees the human version of the Thing, there might be a funny moment there, but I doubt that'll ever happen. I really did like the Thing. I liked how they did the beard thing, because I was really wondering about like what the Thing growing a beard actually means, because in the comics it means something else. But he can actually just grow a beard, and then he takes a grinder and just grinds it down, which is pretty cool. And then Johnny was really good. Johnny was probably my favorite. I feel like everybody had a lot of big scenes, but a lot of his scenes were with Silver Surfer, Shia LaBeouf. I really liked how they did his powers in this movie, because Johnny in the old movies, and I'm not really sure about the comics, he can't really save people because he's just in fire. So they kind of did this thing where he could like let the fire go down, and like his hands are clear, and he could like hold people, save people, things like that. I really liked that direction of it. And then Galactus was good. The voice actor was really good as Galactus. I liked how Galactus was on New York, his battle scenes, but I wanted more from Galactus. I just needed more scenes. I'm tired of having these big villains just for them to only be at the end of the movie. Captain America, Brave New World, Red Hulk. Oh shit. I'm sorry for coughing like that. But yeah, I'm just tired of seeing these big villains and they're only really featured at the end of the movie. I really wanted more from Silver Surfer, because she wasn't even involved in the big fight. She just kind of came back at the end of the fight to help knock Galactus into the black hole or whatever. And so it was just so frustrating at times. Like, of course the movie was good at some points, but I enjoyed it, but I just wanted more, and I honestly expected more. Like, my expectations for this movie wasn't that high. I feel like it just didn't meet my expectations. But like I said, I gotta go to work. It was cool, you know, it is what it is. But don't forget to like this video, comment down in the comments what you guys thought about Fantastic Four, or if you haven't watched it and you do plan on seeing it, but you already watched my review, let me know in the comments. And then don't forget to subscribe, guys. I'm doing a giveaway right now. We're almost to 200 subscribers, and then we're going to keep on growing this community. But once we hit 200, we're going to do a live giveaway. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. See you later.